on a Friday evening. And a big thank you to you, Mr. Walid Semaan, for offering your time to talk about this interesting topic, which is AI between reality and fantasy. But before I leave the screen to my colleague, Ms. Ghada Majid, to introduce Mr. Semaan, I would like to thank my dear colleague, Mr. George Abed, the director of ACE, the Academy of Continuing Education at LAU, and his team for partnering with us on this webinar, especially Ms. Hamza Mbayyid, for designing the visuals. وقديش طولت بالها علينا. I would also like to thank my dear colleagues at the Alumni Relations Office, Ms. Ghada Majid and Ms. Manwa Ghannoum, for all the help they provided to make this lecture possible. Mr. Samad, Kamen, if you like to mention the relationship and the partnership we have, LAU has with you during your talk, so people can know what's coming at LAU in terms of projects with IE and ACE, it would be great. So I leave the floor now, or the screen now, to Ghada to introduce you. مثل ما لازم. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ghada, please, تفضلي.
Yalla. Thank you, Abdullah. Mr. Walid Semaan is the founder and president of Matrix TRC, Data Science and AI Academy. He graduated with an engineering degree from École Supérieure d'Ingénieurs à Beyrouth and holds a degree in finance and marketing from l'École Supérieure de Commerce de Paris and an MBA from l'Université Paris-Dauphine-Sorbonne in Paris. He also holds a verified online from the very prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, in data science and machine learning, and Python from linear models to deep learning, and also in artificial intelligence implications for business strategy. Thank you, Walid. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Ghada, for this opportunity, and welcome to everyone to this topic. To this challenging topic, because AI is now the talk of the town, if not talk of all towns in the world. AI is a topic that is too much used, but unfortunately rarely understood by people, because people think that AI is going to do magic for people and companies and businesses. At the time, it does a good job, but it does not do magic as people think of it. So the topic today is to highlight the difference between reality and fantasy, because what is the fantasy in the mind of people in AI is very different from the reality of AI. And I hope in this 1 hour time, I will be able to share with you my ideas and thought and experience in that field, and show you how people promote AI. And I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you what is in the kitchen of AI in detail, because you will be surprised that many of the AI solutions are not new. Some of them are like more than 100 years ago have been developed. Some of them are new, of course. But the most important thing is that AI is something that people has to understand in its own reality. And I'm going to start with this. Okay. With the economist Robert Gordon. He said that if you read it, meanwhile, it says that there is nothing new about artificial intelligence and machine learning. And for him, people are still doing the same jobs. People are still cutting cheese in the supermarket. Robots are still doing the same jobs for them. And there is nothing that is really shocking to see. In fact, the idea is correct, because we cannot see AI as it's promoted by robots. Okay. So the idea of AI, what we work in the companies and see AI implementation, this is something that we are never gonna see in our life, not now and not even in 20 to 30 years. So what could be intelligence? If we let's start by defining what could be intelligence. In this slide, I show a very one of our old ancestors and a new engineer. Both of them are engineers, but each engineer at his own time. Now, if we think a little bit about intelligence, who could be more intelligent than the other? the one to the left, or who did the bridge, or the one to the right who did a very modern, sophisticated bridge? Well, it depends on the story. The one to the left could be more intelligent than the one to the right. Why? Because imagine that the guy to the left with his tribes, they want to cross the river, and they have never ever had the idea to put a bunch of a tree to cross the river. If one of them comes up with the idea and the solution that why not put that branch and be able to join the other side of the river, if he is the first one to do this and really come up with it and come out with a solution by himself, then this guy is considered intelligence. Why? Because he came up with a solution that none has ever thought before. The one to the right, of course, the bridge is way more sophisticated, but the one who did this bridge is not the one who invented it. Someone who is smart, who was capable of redoing the same structure. So if we talk about intelligence, the guy to the left could be more intelligent than the one to the right, because the one to the left could be coming up with a innovative solution. So intelligence has to include some innovation of a solution to the problem. So if we look at what could be the definitions of intelligence, intelligence could be divided into three topics: the analytical intelligence, the creative intelligence, and the practical intelligence. So intelligence has to look at these topics, at these critical words: problem solving. Intelligence has to include bringing a solution to a problem. If the problem has already a solution and someone comes and brings the same solution for the same problem, this guy could be smart, but might not be intelligent in the sense of intelligence. Creative intelligence, someone has to be innovative. It has to come with ideas, new idea. So if there is no idea and innovative idea in bringing a new solution, okay, then this could not be intelligence. This applies exactly to music. For example, for those who know, for example, let's say Chopin. Chopin is considered as an intelligent person in the field of piano. Why? Because he came up with techniques and type of music that none before him did. Now, all those who come after Chopin and they play for Chopin, they are good players. And there are hundreds and thousands of them, but there is only one intelligent, creative pianist in that field. Okay? So this is intelligence. And intelligence should include common sense. Now, if you talk to all experts, I have been talking to many in my field. If there is no common sense in the solution, there is no intelligence. So intelligence is problem solving, innovation in problem solving, and has to be include common sense. And if we take the type that now everyone in the web and worldwide, they talk about the different levels of AI, okay? I'm not sure if AI can solve problems by itself. All the problems that are solved by AI are programs, they are algorithms that are already defined, and they can process data in a huge amount. So they don't solve a problem, okay? They execute algorithms to bring out a solution for a predefined solution, which is defined by humans. Does AI innovate solutions? There is no way AI to be innovative. AI is algorithms developed, programs, put into codes, put into application. They don't innovate, but they can do 1 million solutions in a second, which humans cannot do. Does AI bring answers with common sense? There is no common sense in AI, even though many now start bragging that AI, the level of AI, artificial super intelligence, is that all intellect must to give solutions smarter than humans. Well, I think this is only marketing, and people are only trying to give a definition of AI, but there will be no solving problem, no innovative solutions, and AI will never ever include common sense. And we're going to see during this presentation why there is nothing of all these three. So the idea would be, what for AI? No, AI is a big thing, because AI can act like 1 million person in a second and doing 0 errors according to what humans define the job and task for the AI to do. AI by itself cannot do nothing. And here's a quick chart concerning the evolution of AI. So in the early 1950s, they started mentioning the word AI. AI was about, at the time, you say hello to a computer, they say the computer should reply to you, hello, how are you? So this could not be intelligence in the sense of a human. Okay. Then they developed more algorithms related to machine learning. They say that it's starting from 1980s to 2006. This is only promotional, but machine learning algorithms, they date from the 18th century. There are algorithms from the 18th or 19th century that are widely used by AI nowadays. Of course, the breakthrough came in with deep learning, okay, which started in 2010, but it was invented in 1980, most of them. But since technology did not allow the processing of the algorithm, okay, so it was in the drawer and they did not use it. But once technology and computer processing became very powerful, all of these researchers came back to their drawers. They opened their drawer and they took all the papers and said, okay, since we have these solutions, why not to bring them into applicable algorithms? And then they developed algorithm in deep learning. But most of deep learning, the original deep learning algorithms, were like also in the 1980s. Okay. So AI, if we take the revolution, AI could be the fourth industrial revolution. And it's not AI in itself that is the revolution, in as much as it is the technology that allowed the evolution of AI. So, and you're gonna see also in a while, after a while, what is real AI, because so far we are criticizing the word AI. But the revolution, the fourth revolution, resides mainly in the internet technology and all these technologies that allow the processing and the channeling of all the data all over the planet Earth. And this allowed the development of all these solutions. Like at the time, second revolution, they came up with the electricity, and the electricity, it's not the light, that light bulb that is the revolution. It is the electricity behind allowing all the electrical tools to make a disruption of the market and evolve in a very speed way. The same as the third, it was about the emerging of computers, etc. So the fourth revolution, which are now we are living, and it is at its early phase. It's gonna last for a long time because there is a lot to do relating to AI. It's the technology that is allowing AI to exist. No technology, no AI. AI evolved because technology, okay, since 10 years is evolving in a very, very, very exponential way. Okay, so this is where do we stand. Now, let's get more detailed and let's see the fantasy. Where does the fantasy of AI comes from? AI fantasy comes from a bad marketing. People who are handling the marketing of AI know nothing about AI, unfortunately. And I'm going to show you a few examples that are a little bit funny. So if we take artificial intelligence and what people put on the web to people read, what do people read on the web related to AI? Okay, so AI, deep learning is subset of machine learning. All of them are subset of artificial intelligence. The key word I would like to say is to mimic human intelligence. Mimicking and intelligence do not work together. If you want to mimic, you are a parrot. If you are intelligence, you have to innovate. So you cannot mimic innovation. So when they say that all the techniques that are allowed to mimic human intelligence, when we mimic, that means there is no intelligence. True, artificial intelligence allows to mimic human, not intelligence to mimic human behavior, maybe. So this could be a misleading word because people will say, oh, the guy is intelligent, AI should come up with intelligent solutions. AI bring nothing intelligent by itself, okay? And I'm going to show you in a while why it's not intelligence. Machine learning also were buzzwords. machine learning is a new terminology for a very old labeling of these algorithms. Most of machine learning algorithms, if you go to softwares, specialized softwares, there are no buttons where you can click and click button machine learning. There are no buttons for machine learning. There are algorithms, but in order to make them more sellable to people, because they are important, they came up with the labeling which is called machine learning. And it says it enables machine to improve a task with experience. What does the word experience means? Computers don't have experience. Humans have experience. So we cannot enable machine to improve by giving them more experience. Okay? Machine, they are algorithms. Again, the word machine learning, we're going to see later, the word machine stands for algorithm, and the word learning stands for equation optimization. That's it. Okay, there are no machine, there is nothing to do with human learning. And to make it more beautiful and sound more, deep learning. Deep learning, they said, okay, since machine learning, we have more complex solutions, we're gonna call them deep learning, because neural networks came up in the 2010. Machine learning algorithms were failing in solving certain problems. They came up with new technique, which is neural network. And we all have heard of neural network. They originated in the 1980s. Neural network were developed in the 1980s. But with technology, they were capable of being processed by computers. They were then taken from the universities in the States, and then they were developed, and they labeled them deep learning. Deep learning because they are complex model. But don't think that deep learning means that people, it's like deep water, deep in the ocean, okay? And machine don't train itself. They allow networks that permit a machine to train itself. They don't train because the word train insinuates that people go to a gym, they train, they get better fit, and they can improve by themselves. Machines don't improve by themselves. This is also a fantasy. This doesn't exist. Machine, they optimize their data to come up with a more accurate estimation of their outputs. But there is nothing of training that we imagine like humans train, okay? And they mimic human behavior. They don't mimic human intelligence. And they don't improve with experience. Machines don't have experience. Once you have an algorithm set for your company, that's it. The algorithm is set, it is there, it will never change, even if it stays for 10 years. Okay, so these are technical terms, unfortunately, that marketing put in the mind of people wrong ideas. And they show you this funny like picture. Okay, what is it? A robot, AI, chips, conductors, 1-0. It means nothing. This is not AI. This is only a figure to illustrate digital, to innovate. Honestly, if I'm asked what does this picture tells, it tells nothing because it has no scientific information in it. It's just AI that has nothing to do with these electrical circuits. It has nothing to do with the 1 and 0. And these robots are still fantasies because they are only for fun nowadays. And still, none of them is usable in any company. Okay, now more funny, I see this branding. Honestly, if we look at this chart, it's really written by people. Honestly, I don't know how to describe, but I'm going to show you a little bit example. Look at this part of we are marketing what? AI, you know, AI, visual, Tesla, car, automated. What's there in this chart? A over B over C equal A over BC. Or A over B plus C over D equal this. No, this is AI. This is like, I don't know, 13 years old mathematics school program. Okay. What's this? Chemical chemistry. What's this? Absolute value of A equal absolute value of minus A, or absolute A is always positive. Or what? A times B times C equal AB times C. So this chart has nothing to do with AI. It's only written things and people will look at it, AI. And in the mind of people, when they will see such chart, okay, they think AI, robots will bring solution by itself, and there is nothing of that in artificial intelligence, okay? So unfortunately, the marketing is playing a very bad role because it's putting in the mind of people very wrong ideas. And like, for example, this one, this hand robot. You know, why should it be like this and not like this? Though they exist since 30 years. Of course, with AI, they can become a little bit more accurate, more precise. They can do more sharp decisions, okay? But at the end, they are these machines that exist since ages in the industries, okay? So when you go to an industrial person and he wants to implement AI, he tells you, you know, I have been in Saudi Arabia last time, and one of the big companies says, we want to put AI for our HR department. I says, okay, AI, sure. What AI do you want to put? AI, you know, AI does solutions. So the guy has no idea what could be AI to solve the problem. And this is unfortunately coming from such advertising stuff and AI with robots, and they would solve and make their life happier. Well, it can make a little bit life a little bit happier in few things, but it will not bring solution to it. So what is AI? Now that we see that marketing is playing this role in AI, what is really AI about? Well, if I want to define AI in the shortest slide, this could be AI for me as a scientist. As a scientist, AI has to bring what? Has to bring a solution to the problem that should tell me if the thing A will happen or B will happen, if the machine is good or not, if the patient will survive or not. So AI is about what we call them classifiers. They are a line. It's a line, which if you fall above this line, you will be positive classified. And if you are negative, you will be negatively classified. And AI brings an answer to solve a problem of AIs. This is the very famous equation. I know you not understand it. I'm going to explain it later on with an example. But the idea is that it's one equation that solves most of AI solutions. So it is this classifier with this solution. I'm going to give you an example. Classifier could be to classify customers if they are happy or not. Now this line, if you fall above it, you are happy. If you fall below it, you are unhappy. Could be this line here. This line is an equation of this neural network with all the information at the end of the road. AI solution objective is to tell if the person is going to be happy or not. And this equation is nothing but a line. Despite all the complexity, at the end of the road, it's a line. If you know how to define this line, then you have a solution for your AI. Okay? Now, if the model becomes more complex, then you will have 3 levels of satisfaction. Then you will have 2 lines, and these 2 lines will be these solutions. Okay? But even though they look complex, but these equations, all these lines, will represent 1 line and 1 line, this parameter. If you fall between the two, you are middle. If you fall above, you are happy. If you fall below, you are unhappy. Now, this could apply to customers. If you want to tell if your customers a model, AI model, what is AI model? How can companies tell you, you know, they can tell from a customer if they look at him if he's happy or not, if he'll be loyal or not. Well, this comes from previous data, and they define these 2 lines. If you fall in this area, if your value is low, you are considered a loyal customer. If your value is very high, you are a customer who look for discounts. Or if you fall in between, the model tells you if you are impulsive or not. Now, what appears from the side of marketing, they show you like screens, impulsive customer, etc. But behind the scenes, there are these simple model that will tell you the prediction. And everything we see on the media is only the maquillage, okay, the way you should see it. But behind the scene, there is nothing surrealistic. It's simple mathematical models that you run them and they get you these solutions. The same applies for medical field. Same models, a linear classifier. If the patient falls in this area, then he have cardiac arrhythmia, problem with the rhythm of his cardiac, with his heart. If he falls in this area, then he has a heart failure. If he falls in this area, So they are the same models. Even if a company comes and say, yes, we are AI company for heart, etc., they do nothing but put this data, come up with these lines, and whether you fall one in these lines, you are one of these category will have this problem of disease. So this is behind the scenes. But of course, if a hospital shows you an advertising about media, about the hospital, they will show you digital stuff, etc., AI. But behind the scene, there are such type of solutions. And for those who are a little bit more curious, what AI does for you, even if you give data that is very complex to tell who is red, who is blue, neural networks, the very famous neural networks, they do nothing but they try to fold all these data. They try to fold it till they separate the red from the blue with a line. Now, if you fall above the line, you are blue. If you are below the line, you are red. If you fall above, then you don't have any disease issue. If you fall in the red area, then you have. And at the end of the row, there is a line. This is AI. It is a prediction model that tells you if you go right or left. A car that is driven by itself, if the solution is in the blue area, the car goes to the right. If it falls below the line, the car goes to the left. Of course, if we need to go right, left, stop, and accelerate, we will have more lines. Okay? So it's an algebraic solution. All AI is a simple linear classifier, believe it or not. Okay? Now AI can be used in different solutions, like for the visual. If we take for the visual, now this company are using visual solutions into their AI. So is there really AI behind it? Let's see how these companies could bring a solution to their visual of the industry with the citrus. So they decide instead of bringing an expert in this field, they bring an application, they take photo of these leaves and they can tell the type of disease of the citrus. Now, other applications, they take photo of a car and then they tell you the type of the car name, AI application, take photo of the car, and the AI model will tell you all the story behind that. Now, in fact, all the story should at the end come up with those lines. Because if we have all these vehicles, in order to have this application, you have to put all the photos are transformed into pixels. Each pixel will have a number. These numbers are processed till they reach the line. If you fall below the line, then the model will tell that you are having a bicycle. If you fall in between, then the picture is a truck. If you fall above, then it is a car. This is how they do. Okay? They need to process a lot, whereas we humans, one single look at the vehicle and we can tell what it is. Okay? So how does it work? If you put a photo, if you take a picture of an element, and then you have this car is transformed into colors and number of the colors, and the model will give you a probability if you are a car, is it a truck or is it a bicycle. So these passes by normal mathematical processing. Now it looks like AI tells you type of the car, true, but at the end it is a simple mathematical calculation that gives you probability of belonging here or there. Now another car could have more probability. If the car looks like more of a car, then it gives you probability of being 90% a car. So this is how you can tell if it's a car or not a car. Now, if the car shape becomes a little bit more complex, like this, now a computer cannot tell, might be start like making some mistakes, because for the computer, these are not doors. If you don't tell computer that these are doors, computers cannot tell. So there could be mistakes. And if we take the new generation of cars of Apple that they are designing now, computers can make mistakes and tell them these are motorcycle. Why? Because they were not told that this could be a car. because computers don't think, computers don't innovate, computers have zero common sense. AI don't think, AI no common sense, no nothing. And to prove this for you, I'm pretty sure this is a cat for all of you. Now, if we compare baby's visions to computer vision, if you show a baby and you tell a baby that this is a cat, a 2 years old baby. Now, if you show a baby this picture, okay, he will say it's a cat. If you show this picture, the baby will say it's a cat as well. If you show this for a baby, also for him it's a cat. And if you show this for a baby, for him still it is a cat. From only one picture, they can tell all of these are cats. Now, what about computers? If you bring one of the most advanced algorithm to tell the what is in the picture, look at these. They are not all dogs. There are cakes inside. You see the cakes? Now, do you think a computer system will be able to distinguish between a cake and the dog? Most of the time, it will fail. It cannot distinguish between this kind of dog and the cake. Why? Because for a cake, these are 3 black dots. These are the 3 black dots. The color texture is almost close to the color of the dog, and computers cannot tell if it is a dog or not. Whereas babies with one photo. Now, how do companies have to do in order to be able to share and understand what are in the picture? I'm going to give you an example. Stanford University, the oncology department, in order to tell a computer what is the type of skin lesion, they had to supply, to feed the AI application, 130,000 images of skin lesions, okay, that represent 2,000 disease. Now, by memorizing these 130,000 images, then the computer could tell, if you give an image, okay, what is the information in it. The same for radiology. The Chinese company had to put 1.4 million CT scans every year in order to have a model that updates and to tell if it is or not a what is inside this photo. So computers, AI again, people think that what's a system? They can tell everything. They can tell according to the huge amount of information you give. And if the information given not proper, they will not know what it is. AI also, is there any question so far, or I resume? Okay, AI for mind prediction. You have lots of things that they do prediction. On the plane, I was watching the movie, the Top Gun Maverick, okay? And for those who watched the movie, one of the scenes in the beginning of the movie, the guy who assistant of Tom Cruise, he asked him, why that look? And he answers him, it's the only one I got. The same scene happened at the end of the movie. And in order to do that, the guy asked the same question to Tom Cruise, why that look? And all people watching the movie knew that the answer will be, it's the only one I got. Why? Because we as humans memorized this very cliche sentence and we could predict. Now, if softwares had to do this, they should need to use what we call the recurrent neural network. So softwares will be able to tell, but in order to tell, we have to give them all the movie. They have to memorize all the movie, and they have to transform all the movie with digital numbers 10 and transform them into what we call decoded vectors. Now, once you give to the computer the sentence, why that look, they might tell you this. But in order to do it, computers need to store all the movie from A to Z. Whereas we humans, we need to memorize nothing. Just to tell you, AI is only about feeding data. Computers process data, and they can process data in millions, and it happens in very quick time. But again, it's something that is not innovative, nothing of that. Humans should do the job. They can guess opinions. This is like another example. How to tell what is the feeling inside this text. Is this criticism about a movie, is it positive or negative? This movie, is it positively perceived or negatively perceived? Again, we have to take like 2,000 movies, transform them into numbers, and tell the software that this movie, these words are positive 1,000 times, negative movies 1,000 times, and we tell them 0. And we go to 19, like 800 in the century, 800. We use this Bayes theorem, which is very, very, very old. And if now we bring a new movie, we transform it to 1,0 using this simple equation, the AI system will tell you if it is positive or not. But behind the scenes, it's a very simple probabilistic model. There is nothing magic, and it is not done by default by any smart machine. Same for tweets. If tweets are good or bad and someone wants to know what people think of, they transform all these data into 1 and 0, and they make simple probability calculations. Netflix, is there any AI intelligence behind Netflix? Of course not. This is how Netflix promote their overall image. I like this a lot because each point here is one user of Netflix, and all these, they are channeled into one of the different genres of movies for Netflix. Okay, now it means what? It means that this user would like to watch this movie, this profile would like to watch these movies. Now, how does Netflix and their AI system do this? Again, these are basic what we call matrix factorization. There is no innovation from the computer themselves. They take opinions of customers, of viewers. Let's say, for example, these 3 persons gave opinions toward these 3 movies, like rating 5, 10, 7, 5, etc. And you are a new watcher, and Netflix want to know which movie you might like in order to promote it to you. You know, when you watch Netflix, you have movies, and many times you say, oh, these movies, I like them. How did they know? Are they reading my mind? Or if you go on a web, you play with few items you want to buy, you get brands and you get promotion for brands that are really fit to what you are looking for. This solution is also very, very, very old. It is called matrix factorization, and it's known by mathematicians since ages. Okay, what do? They take all the data inside the matrix and they try to compress it vertically and horizontally. Now, if they want to know what could be your opinion, you as a Netflix user, they take the value 1 and 2, they multiply by the value 1 and 3, they get your value. If they read a value high, they recommend the movie for you. Okay, for example, they have matrix like 500,000 client, they have 18,000 movies. No worries, they take this matrix, they compress it vertically, they compress it horizontally with basic mathematics. Then you, according to your preferences in this matrix, and according to all these values, they multiply this matrix by this matrix. The values that are above 9, they appear as you should like them, and it appears to you on the TV like this. Okay, so there is nothing magic with AI. It's only about multiplying this line with these columns, and they tell you what could be your movie. So it's all about branding, and they detect also mood detection AI. Suppose you have a restaurant and you want a system that tells you if customers are happy or not. Imagine you have a restaurant, and while people are in your restaurants, you want to tell which customers are happy and which customers are unhappy. Wouldn't that be the dream of a restaurant owner? To know who are the customers unhappy actually in the restaurant? This is no longer impossible, not because AI exists, because technology allows to do this now. Imagine you want to have a dashboard, and these are your clients. You want the client who is happy to appear as green, the unhappy as red. So if you take information about customers from previous data, you collected data about, like, let's say you take 100 customers, you ask them if they were happy or not, and you track if they were male, female, what did they eat, social class, and how much items they ordered. And then you can bring your model to this one, what we call a decision tree. So what is decision tree? It splits the customers between happy people and unhappy customers. Now, if you have a new customer who is male, so the decision will go here. If he is social class AB, he will fall in this class. And if he orders chicken, he will be in this class. And the model tells you that these people are extremely happy. So you would guess that this customer is happy. Now, how can you tell this? You simply fix a camera. The camera take picture. You can tell if the person is gender, male, female. You can check from the menu what did he order. And you can tell from the camera if he is social class ABC. And you can tell how much items they order. And automatically you can have a dashboard that will locate for you unhappy customers. So you can go automatically and promote them. And this is, we call an AI solution, but it's only a decision tree, which is not new, but technology allows you to do this instantly nowadays. And this is the beauty of AI. It's putting all these solutions at hand in order to bring the solutions, regardless how complicated it might look for you. Okay. So again, it's about getting back to this line that puts you happy or not. Okay, there are lots of possible solutions. We saw this one, we saw other ones. All of them relate to the same objective. Even in art, now NVIDIA, if you draw a sketch like this and you tell this is a waterfall, this is forest, this is lake, it can transform from you all these into beautiful items. Even this company, you write what is the topic you want inside your painting, and you describe what you want, and automatically it draws for you and they say artificial intelligence. It's also a neural network that is trained. And when we say trained, it means that we give the software lots of terminologies and we tell if they put this word, you put this. If they put this word, you draw this. And then once the software memorize all these combinations, once you put your own text, it will look for the combination and will give you the according drawing. Okay, no innovation, no nothing. It's only data that is memorized by computers. So AI are smart solutions. Cities, if they go AI, that means they are implementing all the algorithms that could tell if accident is going to happen, or flights, or etc. Because technology allows this to happen. We can have what we call smart hospitals. Why? Because all these information in the hospital could be automated, put into a digital transform system, and they can be giving information to the hospital instantly. And all this is designed by humans. Even a car, Tesla, all the information in a car are predefined solutions memorized by computer, and they are applied and they appear to us as if the car is smart. But if a car, you put something in front of a car, okay, that is not memorized by the computer, the car might enter it, break it, and make a disastrous output. That's why they are not still available, because cars now, they are operational in cities, because in their memory, they only know how to drive when they see lines. But if they don't see lines, automated cars cannot drive. And now all these companies are teaching these cars or memorizing or how to drive, even if they are not in a city. Okay, but it will take time, it will happen. But they would feed the software like 1 trillion image in order to drive without accidents. So they apply AI in marketing, traveling, etc. All these are AI oriented now. I was in GITEX 2 weeks ago. All companies are AI oriented. Nobody would sell anything if they don't put AI. But what is AI? Same solutions with some branding and digital transformation, and they appear to be AI at the time, same solutions as years ago. Now, the last point I want to cover is, does machines learn like we as humans? How does these machines learn? When they say the machine is learning, how do they learn? Do they learn like humans? Sure not. They are a machine. They are not intelligent. Human learning should come first. Okay. If machines, they lack intelligence. If human behind these applications are not intelligent. Okay. Is requesting, but now I don't know what it's asking. Okay. So machine, they lack any type of intelligence. Machines, do they think? They don't think. They don't think. They only execute algorithms you give them. So how do they learn? The way they learn algorithms is that I don't want to get into details of this function, but they take the model should the result given by the model should match reality. I mean, if the value, let's say for example, a customer is happy, a model is good if the model can tell that this guy is happy. If in reality he is happy, that means the model is good. If a model is someone is not happy and the model predicts him as unhappy, the model is not good. Now, how can we make a model that predicts happy to be happy, unhappy to be unhappy? I'm going to show you again back with this very famous, and I'm going to show you to illustrate to you how it thinks. It says the following. It says your solution now is equal, the one that should be updated is equal to the one of which you should reduce error. Okay. Now look at this very simple example. Suppose we have a very basic model that should, I think most of you have heard maybe of this regression. You have points and you want to reach this line. This line is the best solution for these points. Now, how AI will solve it with this equation? Very simple. They take randomly one line, 0. They start from 0. Okay, they start from 0, and then they try to find out these two lines. They have to reach here, and error should reach here. What they start doing at this equation, they start iterating one time, twice. They update iteration 1, iteration 2, and the more they repeat the task, the more the line, the real solution, become closer from reality. This is how they learn. It's only a mathematical computation. They keep repeating, and the more they repeat, the more the line becomes more and more closer from reality. And the more they repeat and repeat, and look, the more they repeat, the more the solution gets closer from reality. Now, if they repeat it 50 times, you are getting closer from reality. And if they repeat it 100 times, they keep repeating until the red line meets the black one. This is how they learn. It's only a function that they iterate in order to reduce error. This is machine learning. This is how machines learn. They don't learn like humans. You cannot tell AI solution, write a course for me. I cannot go AI, tell them, I have a presentation on Friday for LAU alumni, write for me a presentation, AI. This will never happen in our life, not even in 100 years. This will never happen. What AI does, they solve this equation for you only. They solve it according to what you give them as input. Once they solve it, they can apply it on millions of observations, millions in seconds. This is the power of AI. So AI is a human. Okay. Now, if we repeat the same thing 300 times, the model becomes stable and software will tell you, you know what? I'm stable now. Do you want to use my results? If you like the results of the software, you take them, put them on the web, give them good maquillage, good highlights, etc., and AI application. But behind the scene, that's how machines learn. This is how they gain experience. Experience is like repeating the task several times in order to find the best solution for you. Okay. Now, for example, this software will give this line, then it will give this line, it will update to this one, update until it finds the optimum line. Once it finds the optimum line with this equation, you get your result. This is the intelligence of machines, repeating the same task until reaching the solution. Scientists came up with several methods. So there are several methods to reach this. Although, just to tell you that softwares don't always go straight forward to the solution. So researchers help these computers to come up with solutions by inventing more sophisticated approaches and all fall under the same result. They all have the same logic. They cannot deviate from this equation. They have to optimize the error. They have to optimize this error here, theta or whatever. Okay, now to conclude and to leave all these equations, okay, imagine in order to get a line, in order to get these lines, we had to do like 300 iterations. Sorry. Okay. In order to do this line to the left, we had to use like 100 iteration. What if we have millions? How can we update them in order to reach the optimum? This is technology. This is why now there is AI. There is now AI because technology allows to get all these million of parameters. Okay, so the only thing AI is bringing possibility of processing those huge amount of solution. So can company implement AI as AI? No, AI has lots of pitfalls. If a company, to conclude this 1 hour presentation, we have to keep in mind, companies and managers should keep in mind, AI does not do miracles, okay? AI is one single solution to a one proper problem. There is no one size that fits all the needs of a company. There is no AI solution for a company. AI are micro solutions, each to solve one single problem within a company. Beware of snake oil salesman. I bet my life. I talked to many of these companies who are selling AI products. I think most of these salespeople know nothing about AI, and lack of knowledge is the worst enemy for a company if they want to enter the AI field. They focus on algorithms and data. Both of them, companies who want to enter the AI field should be companies highly oriented data. You cannot enter the field of AI if the company is not highly data oriented. And customers, they want to have skilled team in order to build or at least maintain AI solution. And this problem is extremely wide because companies lack skilled people who pretend bringing AI solution to the companies because they lack knowledge about all the algorithms, how to put them in a proper way. And human skills, again, it's very most important to do. And of course, failure in continuous updating. AI needs something like continuous update, not only setting solutions, then forgetting them. Okay. So companies should look for their core business and solve their core business. They have to find solutions to bottleneck their companies, not to put AI solution for the company, because not all the company might require automating solutions. And it all should start with data that is ready to process. No data, no processing, no automation. And of course, experts are essential in order to help in the definition of AI solution for a company. Okay, and it all starts with a human learning, and humans should know all these in order to come up with a proper AI solution. And to conclude, and this is very true, this is a comic I saw on the web a few days ago, like deep learning, and the guy wants to know what's behind deep learning. And it turns out it's statistics. Yes, no deep learning without statistics, no deep learning without the basic knowledge, because all deep learning, all these neural networks have exactly the same logic behind them as the very basic statistics. And we at the Academy, we are happy to announce the partnership between SAS and Matrix and LEU to offer this program in artificial intelligence, which is based on all these pillars. Artificial intelligence is based on deep learning. Deep learning is based on machine learning. Machine learning based on data analysis, and data analysis is based on basic statistics. We cannot start from the last floor if we don't go up one floor at each time. And this is the program we are partnering in order to promote this knowledge for practitioners in Lebanon with this ambitious program of 450 hours in data science, deep learning, and artificial intelligence in partnership with SAS and Matrix TRC. Okay, so this is a very quick idea about AI, and it's very important to know that it all starts with human learning, and AI is nothing but algorithms that are wrapped with the technology, the transformation that make things look beautiful. But AI is beautiful, but at the end, behind the scenes, it's nothing but all mathematical solutions that are brought to life because technology allows processing of data. Okay, thank you for your time. And if you have any question, please, I would be more than pleased. You send them to George because I'm, and that's from my side. Okay.
Lovely, Mr. Semaan. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful presentation. I learned a
Okay,
lot.
thank you.
Personally, I learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, guys. And if you have any question, guys,
Thank you.
please go ahead. On the chatting, you can send any question on the chat, and I'll be more than pleased to answer. Any question, guys? Dareen, may we receive the recording, please? Thank you, Bushra. Yeah, I think so. We can get the recording. Okay, good. Thank you, Rodrigue. Thank you, all of you, for your comments. And George, do you have anything to add? Mr. Abdullah, Mrs. Ghada, do you have
And
anything to add?
I think it was so clear that nobody has any question. Honestly, the presentation was so clear. I can't think of any question. I had questions, but they were answered. So
Okay, well, good.
personally,
Yeah.
that's me. I don't know.
You know, when you make presentation, you have two things to handle. When people don't ask questions, two things. Okay, it can be both extreme. Whether they understood nothing, they asked nothing, or they understood everything. So I think it was clear,
I think it's
from your
the
side.
first one. The first one. They understood.
Yeah,
I
great.
think from the
Thank
thank
you
yous
all
you're
for
getting.
joining.
I was saying from the thank yous you're getting, I'm sure it was very, very clear and everybody understood and enjoyed.
Great, 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 great.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Karine, all of you, thank you for, okay, welcome all of you guys, and hope to have the chance to give you live presentation. Live presentations are always more challenging and more exciting to give.
But Mr. Samad, you're not off the hook. We're gonna come after you again for another one.
Well,
Hopefully.
I'm gonna be there most of my time at the ACE. You know where to find me now.
Inshallah.
Yes, with
Thank you
great
so
pleasure.
much.
Yes, thank you for you.
Thank
I
you,
think
everyone.
we have a question from Rodrigue.
Yes,
Okay.
I
So
cannot read
we
it.
conclude that AI could never reach the cognitive phase.
You mean cognitive the phase that like humans, you mean? Well, AI will never reach human intelligence by no means. And every time they say one of these days AI will take over humans, I think most people who are involved in really in AI, most of them have the answer of saying no, it will not. It can never. Human mind, up to now, AI intelligence did not reach yet 1%, 1 of 1 million of human intelligence. The processing of human neurons, okay, are impossible to mimic by any computer so far. I'm telling you, one baby of 2 years old, you show one photo of a cat, it can tell all the cats can show. A software, it should memorize millions and still can make lots of errors. No intelligence, it's only memorization.
I think Muhammad is asking if there is a chance to watch this presentation again. Yes, Muhammad, this presentation has been recorded, was recorded, and it will be posted on the Alumni Relations YouTube channel the next couple of days. So if you go to the alumni, to the website of LAU, Alumni, and then check the YouTube channel, and you'll find it there in a couple of days.
Any other
So, Mr.
question?
It looks like none.
Okay, good.
So we'll let you go enjoy the evening, the rest of the evening, and have a wonderful weekend.
Well, I have had wonderful hour now so far.
Thank you so much.
So
And a
someone
wonderful
asked what's
evening.
the difference between machine learning and deep learning? Because questions are coming very fast here. I cannot see them
Okay.
all. How can I see the questions?
What is the main difference between machine learning and deep learning?
Yeah. Well, if I'm gonna give you the presentation was supposed to be also live, and I was planning to bring with me my own piano to show the difference between statistics, machine learning, and deep learning. If you want to compare this to music, okay, statistics is like playing very, very basic music. Machine learning, you play more sophisticated music. Deep learning, you play virtuoso music. So the difference is only in more complex model to make more accurate predictions. That's the only role of deep learning, because at a certain point, data analysis failed to make predictions, they developed machine learning. And because machine learning failed to come up with 100% correct predictions, they developed neural network. And because they wanted more and more accuracy to more complex problems, deep learning is nothing but machine learning on a very complex advanced solution, but same logic 100%. Did I answer the question correctly? Understood?
Yes, Walid. Maria is saying great. Thank you.
Okay.
Everybody's thanking you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Any other question? I'm all ears, all eyes on the screen. Any more questions or it's okay so far? Okay, looks like job is done. Why that question? It's the only answer I have. Top Gun. Yeah, you see? So human mind could tell this sentence by only watching it one time. Computers need to memorize all the movie. AI is memorizing the whole planet Earth. And this is possible because processing data allows now memorizing the whole planet. That's why AI is dangerous. We could talk about another topic, the danger behind AI on our planet, because AI is the first time where danger is to humanity.
There you go. You just gave us an idea for another one, for another lecture.
Yeah. AI, for myself, AI is the beginning of the end.
That's scary.
Oh, yeah, it can be.
This is the first time we hear how AI can be dangerous.
You know the movie Icarus? You know the story of Icarus? The guy who knew so much that he knew so much and he was capable of knowing everything, he fell and died. Because you cannot know that much.
I think there's a question from Aline. Is AI close? Aline Gibran. Hi, Aline. Aline Gibran. Is AI
Yeah.
close?
AI what?
Close.
Is AI close? What do you mean close?
Aline, can you elaborate, please?
Is AI close in a specific field?
Is AI close in a specific field?
I don't know what she means.
Yeah, honestly بعد ما فهمت السؤال شو يعني is AI close in a specific field?
Cars, recycling, pharma
Oh,
trials.
okay. Mean if AI can be for each industry its own AI. AI is like a bunch of solutions. These solutions are the same. It's like music. Music is the same. Now, if you want to play jazz, you make few twists, you get jazz music. If you make few twists, you get classic music. If you make few twists, you get the origin, the core engine behind AI works exactly like the core engine behind music. It's the same core engine. Now, the way you twist it a little bit, the way you orient it, okay, it can apply the same algorithms apply for all industries, the same, okay? But creativity as well is very important in playing with these solutions because there is a lot of possible solutions. The way you play with them, okay, generates solutions for like agriculture, for healthcare, for, but if you again go behind the scene, algorithms behind healthcare, behind fintech, behind agriculture, they are the same algorithms. Most of them are the same. So I think a good AI guy can bring solution to all industries. Did I answer your question, Aline?
Thanks for sharing. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Walid Hanadi is asking, you make AI look very easy to the extent it's almost deprived from its awesomeness. I think we should not underestimate all intelligence
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
it.
yeah. But
What
I
do
said
you
in the
think?
beginning, I said
Hey.
something very important that we should not underestimate AI. I said it. Go back to the recording. And I said we should not underestimate AI. My only point is that AI is not intelligent. That's all. But the power that AI could do, and I said it's the beginning of the end, so powerful it can be. But there is no intelligence because humans with technology, they can do now anything they want life now. The sky is the limit. And since, and if you have more, I'm going to tell you very quick information. Planet Earth was invaded by all the creatures because of one thing that happened like 400 million years ago. And if you know what happened on planet Earth 400 million years ago, you'll understand why AI now is booming. 400 million years ago, the eye was developed on the creatures. And since the time that eye was developed, the creatures invaded the whole planet. Okay. In AI, the time researchers were capable of solving the problem of images, the same as they managed to solve the voices. The day they solved the problem of images and transforming images into decision or action, now robots, AI, all it burst out. But these are human thinking, these are human solutions. Okay, the application of this image is so powerful that now you can think everything in your mind can be doable with computer vision. But computer vision is a software very simple to use. Okay, and we teach in our
Walid?
Sorry, everyone. ما بعرف اللي صار. Lost connection somehow.
It seems.
Thank you, Hanadi. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comment.
We wait a bit for Walid to thank everyone.
It looks like that's it. لا عم يجرب يحكي كأنه عم يجرب يحكي.
Well, sorry, we have had a small
Okay.
interruption
There
due
you go.
to internet issue. So I don't know if the person who asked the question. So again, it's not I'm not putting less importance on the AI. Now we know the new war in Ukraine, the new war in Kazakhstan and Armenia. You know, they are testing now the first weapons using the visual algorithms. And this is why there is now on the ground things changing a lot the strategy of war. Why? Because of AI. And what do you mean by AI? It means that there is camera that takes photos and they make. So AI is very, 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 very powerful to use. Okay, but science behind it is not complicated as people think of. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and the algorithms are very well known and everyone knowing. And what is the most dangerous thing is that AI is accessible by terrorists. Nuclear weapon cannot be accessed by terrorists, whereas AI solutions are accessed by any terrorist. And this is the danger behind AI. Okay, so my point is that AI is very important, but what is more important is the humans behind using these solutions. Okay, and that's what I said in the beginning of the presentation. And the lady told me that she joined 15 minutes late, but I totally understand your point. So no, AI is very important tool and very powerful, and the sky is the limit now. Literally, sky is the limit. Any other question? Ladies, I'm all ears. If there's any other question, would be more than happy to answer.
I
Any
think we're
question?
good, Walid. No more questions.
No more? Okay,
No,
great.
looks like.
Okay, fine.